Well, it's September 27th, and I'm headed south to probably my favorite place not in the state of Pennsylvania, and that is to West Virginia to hunt with Will for the archery opener down there. Our opener is next week, so basically just getting a little head start of the season, heading down there. One of my favorite places, as I said, actually my last archery buck in 2022, shot down there with Will. One of my favorite memories, one of my favorite deer that I've taken on film. So looking forward to getting down there, opening up the season literally in less than 24 hours. And hopefully we can get a deer on the ground, have similar success to what we had back in 2022. So 276 miles to go, gonna be there about 3 o'clock. Get everything squared away for the opener tomorrow, and we'll see what we can do. But this is gonna be a fun trip. One thing I can guarantee you, we're gonna see some deer. I guess I'll shoot at the ones on the right so we don't break anybody's arrows. Move the target a little bit.
Shout out to Hurricane Helene for the gale force winds.
I was just thinking that was a mean one.
Well, it's the morning of September 28th, and I'll give you some really exciting news. We're deer hunting today. Feels like it's been a long wait, but we're back here, same stand as I killed my last, not only archery deer, but archery buck. Right here on the edge of this field, there's a little pinch point. Both years that I've hunted here, I've had shooter bucks walk right down this little road, so man, it's exciting to be back in a tree. Where else would you rather be on the last Saturday in September than going out for your first sit of the year? So, gonna sit back, enjoy it. I expect to see some deer moving through. We have some rain coming mid to late morning, and I'm thinking that might kind of extend their movement a little bit. So, gonna sit back, relax. Hopefully we'll have a buck stroll by.
Well, it's about 10 o'clock. Rain, if anything, is just picking up here and no sign of any movement. So I think I'm going to get the camera gear in where it's dry. We'll head back and make a game plan for this afternoon. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be raining then too, but not a bad morning to be out. Squirrels are moving, just no deer, but hopefully we can get on them this evening.
It's about 10 after 3. Got in here, got set up at about 2:45. A little muggy. I hadn't even put on my outer jacket yet. And that fawn come walking up. Will's hunting down that direction. And we think he bumped it up. He definitely spooked a deer. That would make sense. But we're in here after a buck. Will calls V8. It's a real nice 8-point. His brow tines kind of make a V. And if you follow Will's trail camera page, Bottomland Trail Cameras, might be familiar with this spot, known as Cabin Lick. So, this is an area V8 spent a lot of time. If recent events are any indication, he's been somewhere in this area. So, deer are on their feet. I saw a doe coming in right as I got here, setting up the straps for the camera. Kind of soft bumped it, didn't even have its tail up, but we'll see. Seemed like this morning they were kind of laying low. We're wondering if they just kind of fed all night with the rain coming. So hopefully that's going to have them a little more antsy to get up early tonight and come out. We'll see if V8 or any other bucks in the area show up.
Well, the day's ending right about how it started, raining pretty heavy. Will's uncle actually shot a pretty nice buck, so he's gonna get down. I'm actually gonna leave my sticks and platform here. I think I'm gonna come back here in the morning, but in the interest of getting everything out and keeping the cameras dry, Will's just gonna buzz over here and pick me up. So I'm gonna pack up, get down, probably just kind of sit behind a tree or something on the field edge. I imagine he'll get here right about dark anyway, so maybe something happens that way, but I'm excited to go help track with this rain coming down. Probably more eyes, more ground we can cover, the better. So, nice evening, got some deer in here. I kind of like this as a morning location. We'll see how we look tomorrow.
That could have some interesting implications on the hunt. Right as I was done getting set up, two fawns come running right underneath me, tails up. But I knew I didn't spook them because they came towards me. Sure enough, that coyote, he came by at 15 yards. Didn't even have a arrow knocked yet. I was just getting set up. And heard them blowing out there. I just set the camera up and he's just chasing them. mention, this is one of my favorite places, not in my home state. This type of hunt is why. I'm gonna put my squirrel clip on the side of the screen here. But, you know, coyote first thing this morning, turkeys come out, that little doe came through walking the exact same trail as my buck back in 2022. That squirrel was not 3 feet away. I mean, it was right here. We had that lock-on stand as a double set. I've just got my backpack sitting on it, and he was right there sniffing that, so that's pretty cool. But good news, that doe coming through about 9 o'clock. Good to see her on her feet. Hopefully there's a buck, you know, somewhere out here yet. But October 1st, delivering a little bit more interesting events here on this hunt so far. We're all set up here for the final set of the trip. Drop down over this little hill. Got a real nice bench right here in front of me. This was a location Will's dad suggested trying out, so figure last sit, give it a shot. Came up here, forgot my face mask unfortunately, but I'm probably really not much more than probably 12 foot up, but there's another 10 foot of elevation change dropping down to this bench, so I think that's gonna be fine. As you can hear, a little closer to the highway. Might be a little tougher to hear deer coming. Maybe that helps us get away with any movement getting drawn back or anything like that. But I bumped a fawn out of this low gap, and right as I knocked my arrow, another fawn coming running up out. I don't know, coyote chasing again or whatever. Gonna have an eye on that, but deer moving. It's 3:45. Gonna be hopefully relaxing. So we got a little bit of rain, cooled it down. We'll see if we get any last minute magic here. They're hilarious, man. Smart little buggers.
looks like that's going to be a wrap for West Virginia. Had an awesome time down here as always. That hunt this morning with the coyote and the turkeys, just, you know, exemplary of why it's so fun to come down here. But I'm going to go ahead and get down, get the saddle packed up and everything while I have a little bit light, and we'll talk a little bit more in the truck.
Well, we're headed back home here this morning. Unfortunately, no buck in the bed of the truck this time, but, you know, that's hunting. And what hunting also is, though, is going out and spending time with friends, just enjoying nature. And, you know, as I said multiple times, that place down there is just so much fun. Yesterday morning's hunt with the coyote and the turkeys, the deer, we had a pretty good hunt yesterday evening, too. Got eye on a little bit of antler. You know, it's just a blast down there. So, as always, thanks to Will and his family. The amount of work that goes into, you know, doing all that, maintaining properties and stuff, it really should not go unnoticed. So I really appreciate just the opportunity to go down, spend some time, hang out, you know, not have to worry about work or anything like that. It's just hunting, watching football in the evenings, just a good time. And, you know, also the opportunity to help Will's uncle track that buck down. That was really cool, and something that I'm really looking forward to. You guys are going to go see in Will's video, so I'm sure that'll be coming soon. Just what an absolute blast, and what an ending that I never could have predicted.
Nice and warm.
It's not that deep, really. Oh my gosh. Holy cow.
So definitely something to be on the lookout for. I hope you'll check that out when that video comes out. But man, with everything we had go wrong, from Will's buggy catching on fire to, you know, no power down there, we had to run the generator, to just stuff breaking and nothing really going to plan, including the weather and stuff. It still was such a fantastic trip. And I think that one of the best things, you know, archery opens here in 3 days in Pennsylvania, and knocking all the rust off, like the first couple of days, I think of any season, a lot of times maybe deer catch you off guard, it's tougher to get them on film, whatever that kind of stuff may be. Getting those couple of days just before the season starts, starting the season earlier by going down to West Virginia, gave me the opportunity to knock that rust off, and I feel like I'm going to be in, you know, mid-season form essentially here for the opener on Saturday. So great opportunity to do that. Get eyes on deer and coyotes and turkeys and squirrels and everything else. Just a really fun trip. So I think that is going to do it for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for coming along to our adventure to West Virginia. And I'm looking forward to a really fun season for the rest of the year.